Hi folks, Tim Conti here from Cloud Collaboration Consultants. So at this stage, we've provided the matrix to you. We've customized that matrix and we sent you the survey, which automatically, the 7 to 10 minute survey you filled out, which automatically down selects the right providers. So at this stage, we've come back to you and you said, hey, based on your specific requirements, we like RingCentral 8x8 and Fuse or Microsoft Teams or Dialpad or Zoom or whoever it might be. But then what? You obviously could then contact those providers directly and run through their whole process, but what if there's a better way? And we feel like we've got a better way. So where we pick off is after we get to this stage and we receive the results, the unbiased results of the unified communications vendor that we know are the best fit. We first and foremost then contact those providers on your behalf and we set up product demonstrations. And what is key here is because we know your world already, the challenge with demos for providers today is that it's a canned demo done by a sales engineer. Nothing wrong with that, but they're usually very generic. There's not a lot of value for you. It's very specific to them and what they think's important to you. We know at this, we know at this stage what's important to you. So if analytics is important, we're going to have that provider demo analytics. If integration with Microsoft Teams, you want to see how the system integrates with Teams, that's what's important. And we're going to demo that. So we're going to make it very valuable so we're not wasting the vendor's time and more importantly, not wasting your time. So then after that stage, we will immediately go and negotiate pricing on your behalf. We've seen every single price point known to man. I've negotiated contracts, hundreds of agreements through every provider in the market. But the goal here is not to get you a cheap VoIP service. The goal is to get you the best value. The goal is to choose the right provider, which doesn't always mean the lowest cost, but it can guarantee you will get you the best value. We know promotions are out there, and I'll get to that in a little bit, but there's a lot of different things to negotiate, and there's an art and science to it, and you can sit back and watch us go on your behalf to these providers, and I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at how well we do in negotiating these agreements. It's all about knowledge. Whoever understands and knows more about the market generally is going to win that pricing negotiation. And we feel like that's us. And also there's a way to provide ethical competition to pit these providers against each other. So then contract terms and conditions, we all know your legal teams. You're, as an IT professional, excited to get this project going, but we also know that your legal team's probably backed up. So what we do is we've already built a pre-canned thing of things that we know we want in the agreement, things that you want your lawyer to insert, and we'll tell you exactly what that is, and then things to take out of the agreement. These contracts were written by the vendors, so it protects them, not you, and we help you with that by getting the right language inserted and removed from the agreement. This is a very important step. And from there, no charge proof of concept. We do recommend doing a POC, but you don't have to. But where this is really relevant is, let's say that there's reasons why you're choosing a certain provider, like Teams integration or integration with Salesforce. A proof of concept doesn't involve just shipping you phones, you plug it in and make and receive calls. There's not a lot of value there. Where there is value is tying this into your business systems. So when we're able to do a proof of concept, the provider will ask that we create an evaluation criteria, which is what we would work on with you to say, all right, these are the things we want to test. These are the things that are important to our business. We want to see these in a proof of concept, and that proof of concept generally runs 2 to 3 weeks. Again, optional, but a critical step in the process, depending on your situation. Total cost of ownership, ROI. I'm actually going to show you a quick ROI study we did for another client, but this is going to help you get your solution approved quicker internally, because your CFO at some point is going to say, this is all great. We want to move to a cloud solution, but what does it cost? And more importantly, where does it compare versus our current on-prem environment? So more to come on that. I'm going to show you a great example of a TCO ROI study that we did for a client that's included with this service. Professional install, you absolutely want to choose professional install. If you're a 5-person accounting firm, fine, that's okay. We can work through it without professional install, but there's a lot of work that goes into this migration, and the providers usually up front aren't telling you that. They don't want to scare you away. But there's a lot of work, and the question is, do you want to do the work or do you want the provider to do the work? I vote for the provider doing the work. These engagements are expensive, but I got a little secret. I got a way to get this included for free with a contract. I've negotiated free pro services. Vendors do not like to give this part away, but I got a great way to get this included as part of the overall solution. So you definitely want to include pro services. Training and adoption, all these vendors are going to talk about the benefits of the solution, the productivity benefits that your employees are going to get, that your company's going to get. That's true, but only if they're trained appropriately and only if they're using the unified communication tools. If they're not, you're not going to get all those benefits. So we have a couple of things in terms of training and adoption that we've built that we customize to you to make sure you get that full productivity benefit. So here's what you get. Private video consultation, custom research, the unbiased vendor selection, the short list, the down select, the customized product demonstration, the negotiation of the proposal and pricing, the no charge proof of concept, contract terms and conditions, professional installation, adoption, training, and one big one I didn't mention in the presentation, but we're going to include as well as a project manager. There's going to be weekly calls as we roll out this service. We'll jump on those calls with you, and we will escalate with the provider directly on your behalf if the project starts to go south. Okay. Total value of this is $24,050. We also have 4 bonuses for you. The top 5 UCaaS traps. These are traps that your peers have run into countless times. That doesn't mean that you need to. Things like overhead paging systems, door buzzers, things like that. We identify the 5 most common. Contract language tips and tricks, the 3 or 4 things you want to add in, the 3 or 4 things you want to take out of any agreement to protect you. Keep in mind, when you enter into a contract and agreement, you are on the hook. Even if there's issues with the system, sure, they'll let you cancel. You say, I want to cancel, fine, you can cancel, but you're going to owe the remainder of that contract term that you signed up for, and there is not a lot of wiggle room there. They've no motivation to work with you at that stage because they've already gotten you signed up and you're poly signed for 3 years. So they're not going to let you out of this agreement, not without paying a huge penalty. Bonus 3 is the how to increase the adoption. We've got 5 or 6 things that we've built for clients to guarantee that your end users will actually use the system and get the productivity benefits. And then lastly, every quarter, all the vendors, all of them run specific customer promotions, 3 months of service, free phones, disc off licensing. We compile them all together into one document, and we use this to, even if it's a promotion that a vendor's running that's better than another provider, but the other provider's a better fit for you, we'll ethically find a way to get them potentially to honor that promotion or do something unique for you. All this, the value here with the bonuses, $24,546. All this for $995. I am so confident in this service for you. I've done this countless times for companies when I was a consultant at CDW Corporation. If you feel as though you can get a better deal, negotiate on your own, or run a better project on your own, I'll pay you $300, no questions. That's how confident I am. So that's what I've got for you today. Just click the link to sign up for our consulting engagement. We are limiting it to, at any given time, only 6 to 8 clients. That way we give you our full attention. So don't delay. Click the link and sign up, and we will pick up where we left off with you because we already know who the best providers are for you. And if for whatever reason you skip through some process steps here with us and you're coming in later, we will honor all those other stages, the research report, the down select, all those other things. One other thing, I'm going to pull that out, and I promised you the UCaaS report as well. Let's see if I can get to that. It's not letting me pull that in there. So let me find it over here. Just bear with me 1 minute. So here's the sample UCaaS report that we did for our client. This is a total cost of ownership comparing on-prem to cloud. So a couple things for you here. One, what is UCaaS? Just setting the stage. Why are businesses like you considering UCaaS? The most common is you have a PBX that's out of warranty. you have a contract that's expiring, like SIP trunks or PRIs or POTS lines, or you may be outgrowing your system. There's a couple of reasons why you're choosing this. What are your peers doing? Which of your peers are moving to this solution and why? And we kind of rank that up and provide some data around that. Total cost of ownership is absolutely critical here. On-premise versus cloud, all of these categories, PBX upgrades, maintenance, voice usage, conferencing, all included. We compare your current on-prem environment and we compare it to a full-blown unified communication solution. And this is a custom report we build just for you. This is a sample that I'm showing you we did for another client, but we run through this, and this is a great way to get your project approved by your CFO. They're going to want to know what you're spending today and then what the solution is going to cost in the future. And we can make this yours. This report can be yours. We can put your logo on there. You can make this yours internally. It'll show that you did your homework and your due diligence. What are the drivers, business drivers? What are the technical benefits? And then the appendix, this is critical. This shows the inputs that we used and your criteria that we put in there. And then here's the real great part. On-prem versus cloud, all the categories, what you currently pay today, what you pay, what the savings are, what the percentage savings is. So just wanted to share that with you really quick. Just another added benefit that's included with the project consulting agreement is a specific customized total cost of ownership just for you. So thanks for listening. Click the link to get started and we'll talk to you soon.